8 unusual and little-known facts from the world of vegetables, fruits, and berries that may surprise you. Have you dreamed of improving your health by choosing grapefruit juice instead of sweet soda? Be careful. Science has proven that this combination can be deadly. Grapefruit contains special substances called furanocoumarins, which block the action of an important enzyme in our body called CYP3A4. This enzyme is responsible for breaking down many popular medications in the liver and intestines. When we wash down pills with grapefruit juice, a dangerous malfunction occurs. The concentration of drugs in the blood rises to toxic levels. This is especially true for statins, cholesterol medications, antihistamines, for allergies, and medications for people with cardiovascular disease. This is a scientifically proven fact, not just a myth, and requires caution on the part of patients. Before taking any medication, it is important to check with your doctor or pharmacist about possible interactions with food to avoid unpredictable and potentially dangerous health consequences. Subscribe to the channel. Want to suffer less after training? The solution could be very tasty. Spanish scientists from the University of Cordoba have made an amazing discovery. A regular glass of watermelon juice drunk before exercise can significantly reduce muscle pain the next day. The secret of this effect lies in a special amino acid called L-citrulline, which is found in watermelons. This substance has a dual effect. It improves blood circulation in the body and accelerates the removal of lactic acid, which causes muscle pain after intense training. Such a simple and pleasant solution can be a real lifesaver for athletes and anyone who is physically active. The study opens up a new perspective on natural ways to restore the body and prevent pain syndromes associated with physical exertion. Subscribe to the channel. Carrots weren't always orange. The surprising history of an ordinary vegetable. Did you think carrots had always been orange? Hold on to your seats. In fact, for most of their history, carrots were a completely different color. Wild carrots, which people began to cultivate about 1,000 years ago, were mainly purple, yellow, or white. The orange carrots we are familiar with appeared much later. They were bred by Dutch breeders only in the 16th to 17th centuries. There is an interesting legend that this color of carrots was created in honor of the ruling House of Orange, whose name is consonant with the word orange. This is a perfect example of how politics and history can influence even the appearance of the ordinary vegetables we consume every day. So next time you eat a carrot salad, remember that you are not just consuming a vegetable, but a piece of European history. Subscribe to the channel.
Have you ever felt a strange tingling sensation in your mouth after eating pineapple? It's not an allergy, but a real chemical attack. Pineapple contains a special enzyme called bromelain, which actually breaks down proteins. When we eat this exotic fruit, a two-way digestion process takes place. We digest the pineapple, and at the same time, it digests us. Bromelain literally dissolves protein tissues in the oral cavity, causing that characteristic tingling sensation. Thanks to this property, pineapple juice is often used in cooking to marinate meat, as it naturally makes it softer and more tender. Thus, pineapple is not just a delicious tropical fruit, but a real miracle of nature with an aggressive character, capable of biochemical interaction with our body. Did you know that the berries we are familiar with may not actually be berries from a scientific point of view? Botany refutes our everyday ideas about fruit. From a scientific point of view, a real berry is a fruit that has seeds inside its pulp and develops from a single ovary. Surprisingly, bananas fully meet this definition. Those tiny black dots inside are seeds, which makes bananas real berries. Strawberries, which we are used to thinking of as berries, are actually enlarged receptacles. Their real fruits are the small seeds on the surface. Thus, from a botanical point of view, bananas have more reason to be called berries than strawberries, which destroys our usual understanding of the classification of fruits and berries. Did you know that the berries we are familiar with may not actually be berries from a scientific point of view? Botany refutes our everyday ideas about fruit. From a scientific point of view, a real berry is a fruit that has seeds inside its pulp and develops from a single ovary. Surprisingly, bananas fully meet this definition. Those tiny black dots inside are seeds, which makes bananas real berries. Strawberries, which we are used to thinking of as berries, are actually enlarged receptacles. Their real fruits are the small seeds on the surface. Thus, from a botanical point of view, bananas have more reason to be called berries than strawberries, which destroys our usual understanding of the classification of fruits and berries. What an interesting fact! What do you think? Write your comments and subscribe to the channel.
Did you know that eggplants and deadly poisonous plants are related? Eggplant belongs to the Solanaceae family, as do potatoes, tomatoes, and peppers. This same family includes dangerous plants such as henbane and belladonna, known for their toxicity. Interestingly, unripe eggplants contain small amounts of solanine, the same toxin found in green potatoes. Solanine is a natural poison that plants use to protect themselves from pests. However, the amount of this substance in ripe eggplants is too small to harm humans. This botanical relationship demonstrates an interesting paradox of nature. Plants from the same family can be both deadly dangerous and useful food crops that are present on our table every day. So next time you cook a dish with eggplants, remember their poisonous relatives, but don't worry, your dinner is completely safe. Have you ever wondered why chili peppers burn your mouth so badly, even though they don't actually cause any burns? It turns out that this is a brilliant deception of our senses. Capsaicin, the active ingredient in chili peppers, skillfully manipulates our brain without causing any real damage to our tissues. It binds to TRPV1 receptors, which are normally activated during actual thermal burns, sending a false signal to the brain about an increase in body temperature. In response, the body activates its defense mechanisms, we start to sweat, our skin reddens, and endorphins, natural painkillers, are released to reduce the pain. This is why many people experience a kind of euphoria after eating spicy food. It is the endorphins that create a feeling of pleasure. This phenomenon explains why, despite the hellish fire in our mouths, we continue to enjoy spicy foods. Our brain perceives the spiciness as a real burn, even though the tissues remain intact. Subscribe to the channel.